Hello everyone, this is Game Galaxy Zone. Welcome to some news for FGO. This is going to be for the Valentines 2020 event, and this will be starting on the 3rd of February, and we'll go into the 17th. Before we go into this directly though, I want to give a few bits of information. Didn't get this out to you guys last night. I basically had to go to sleep a little bit early, so I did notice it. I just didn't have a chance to do anything. I'm extremely busy at the current moment in time, so I don't have a chance to really do much of anything to kind of prepare to get these things out fast enough right now. So if news is showing up on my channel a little bit late after the announcements of stuff, I apologize, but there's not much I can do about that. I'm just really busy with school right now. So this event, along with a couple of other things to say, two of the other events, the one that's happening now, this one, and Kirai no Kyokai, are all back-to-back-to-back events, meaning that as soon as the tower event, Setsubu, ends, the current event, on Sunday, this will be starting the next day after, and then once this event ends on the 17th, the Kirai no Kyokai event should start basically the day after. If it stays consistent with the JP schedule, which as of currently seeing the tower event and this event being back-to-back right now, it looks like that'll be the case. So with that being said, be prepared to basically just have no town time for event quest. So going on to this, I actually tried to make this video first and just kind of got lost in a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna try to go through this pretty quick and really simple. So only those who have completed Singularity F, the tutorial Singularity, can play this, which isn't that bad. The gist for how this event works, I don't fully understand. I don't like the Valentine's Day quests. I don't like the Valentine's Day events. I didn't like them last year. I don't see myself enjoying them this year. It's just really hard for me to understand how this event gets played out because there's so much stuff. And it's just not as interesting to me, so I'm going to try and get it out as best I can without me being too boring or odd about it, so let's just go into it. So the gist of this quest is that you're more or less going to be grinding for limited materials from limited drops. Wow, couldn't think of it. The drops and the chocolate, the manufacturing chocolate, and you're going to use the manufacturing chocolate to increase manufacturing plants from the shop. This will increase the amount of chocolate that you can gain from doing missions, which afterwards allows you to get items from more or less a pool wheel that is just straight leveling or numbers. So in this case, the higher numbers you get, the more stuff you'll get out of it. It's based off of like past stuff. I don't know a word that describes that. I'm sure that they probably have mentioned it, but I didn't see it anywhere when looking at this, but yeah. So you do a quest, you get chocolates, you get event items. Use the event items in the shop to buy things. You use the chocolate to increase manufacturers to basically get more items on top of it. Pretty straightforward. That's really about the gist of how this works. As far as everything else goes, quests will be coming out on a daily rotation, so you'll be able to go through those, which means later days will have better drop rewards for stuff. This is that thing I was talking about, manufacturing rewards. It's a panel listing. You can tell here if you have 100 chocolates, you get this reward. If you have 200, you get this reward. And just the more chocolate you get, the more prizes down the line you get, etc. Going from there. Obviously, I talked about developing and manufacturing facilities using that chocolate to increase more chocolate. Dove reports, I have no idea what they are. I literally have no idea what they are. They're just updates, I guess, on stuff with the manufacturing things. Like I said, this event's weird. I can't really follow it out that well. Plus, I've been struggling as all hell with language recently, so I am like turbo dying with words and sentences. So forgive me with that. The CEs you can get from servants or give to servants is back again, even though they don't do anything as far as I know. They're basically just there for simple dialogue. So if you're interested in it, cool. Otherwise, you're like me and it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. So there's lock-on chocolate and surprise chocolate. Lock-on is that you receive a Valentine's gift from the servant of your choice, and surprise is that you get one randomly. Apparently there's an exchange period for that. Oh, right, for after the event. Understandable. I'm working on it. So yeah, so you'll gift chocolates back and forth between stuff for servants and things of that nature. So Semiramis, who we'll get to later, gets an attack increased strength. She's the only one that gets an attack increased strength with this event. Kind of odd, but it's perfectly fine. The event limited craft essence that's part of this event is Sweet Days. Increasing art and buster card effectiveness by 8%, gain 3 crit stars per turn. This will become 10 and 4 crit stars per turn when max limit broke. How do I know that? Don't ask. I just play too much Fate to know that. These CEs here are only from the gacha. So if you want to get increased drops for stuff, you'd have to roll in the gacha to get those. Another one of those things where it's really annoying to do that. So these are the items that you'd use to trade for the shop items. You can pause to look at these. I normally don't go through them that much because it would take a bunch of time. So there you go. And the high difficulty challenge quest, of course, anyone knows this if you've been playing Fate more recently, that there's always a difficult challenge quest. You just have to have completed the final singularity to be able to do it, and you get a crystallized lore. So the last thing to look at is the Valentine's pickup banner, which the only new servant we're getting out of this is Semiramis. As far as her herself, she's pretty good. She's an interesting kit. She's a buster card assassin, so the first one we've seen in a while, besides Donzo. So this is quite nice. Overall, her skills are okay. She gets a little bit of a buff later down the line that'll make her better, but for the most part, she's okay, to say the least. So there's 2 pickup periods with her on it. There's Banner 1 and Banner 2. Literally no difference between Semiramis being on them, except the differences between the second servants that are on it. So you can pause and check out these listings here. And I'll run down the list of exactly who's on it, which I'm surprised it wasn't written at the top. Way to go. Anyway, you have Ulcheria, Pendragon, Saber, Mordred Saber, Altera, Orion, Ultra, Pendragon, Lancer, Florence Nightingale, Ashanda Arc, Queen Meb, Quetzalcoatl, Francis Drake, Jack the Ripper, Osaka Behime, Zhang Zhang Sang Zhang, Caster of the Nightless City, and Tomomo no Mai. Caster is also all on rate up on a specific day and a part of each specific banner. Note that Banner 1 will be starting on 2-3 and Banner 2 will be starting on 2-5. So going down this listing, it just kind of talks about some noble phantasms. Here you get the chance to see what the craft essences look like. So there's 2 4-stars and a 5-star. Interesting to see 2 4-star variants. Something that we haven't seen, I don't think, mostly ever. So this is interesting. Unless, oh no, it is a 5-star. Jeez, my god, yeah, you can tell my life is basically destroyed for the past while. So there's not 2 4-stars, there's a 5-star, a 4-star, and a 3-star, like normal. Okay, I'm blind, don't mind me. First one, Pharaoh's Sokoltol, I'm probably butchering that. Buster card increase of 10%, NP strength by 10%, NP gain by 15%. First Valentines is a buster and quick card increase by 8%, and NP strength by 5%. And the 3-star is actually pretty cool. It's an arts card effectiveness by 3%, NP gain by 5%, which is actually pretty decent to say the least. Most 3-star event Cs are kind of just meh, but this one actually isn't too bad. So, and of course these also increase drops from the event itself. This is a quick look at Semiramis' Noble Phantasm. It is an increase of NP strength. Effect increases with overcharge, deal heavy damage to all enemies, and increase defense of all allies for 3 turns. It's actually pretty good for the most part, but it doesn't do a huge amount of damage from what I've been able to do using her in JP, though I don't have her in JP directly, so I can't experiment too much with her. I've been hit or miss. I do like Semiramis, but at the same time I kind of don't, just because her skills really don't help out on the field all too much when trying to do much. So I am thinking about using some summon tickets to see if I can't get her, because she's been on my list for a while. I also need another assassin. This would be perfect because this would basically fill all my requirements of what I need. I mostly have single target. She's an AoE, so perfectly happy with that. And that's about it. If you wanted to take a look at the actual webpage or the news in game, you can check out all of the other servants that'll be on Raid Up. So more or less normal is normal. But that's a quick rundown of the Valentine's Day event. I apologize if it makes no sense, or if it's confusing, or if I'm making it more confusing, but I'm trying to go through it as best I can, and I'm also just tired and very exhausted from doing a bunch of stuff, so my life is making things difficult to read, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I am thinking about doing some tickets for Semiramis because of the month's changeover. I should have 9, possibly 10. I might use them all. I'm not sure. It'll be a total of a 1 grand summon, basically. I'm not using any quartz because I'm saving it for the Kirei no Kyokai event, but that's besides the point. So yeah, hopefully you guys are pretty excited for the Valentine's Day event. I'm personally not, because it falls in line of a bunch of grinding that I'm really not interested in, nor do I like this event that much, so but if you like C's, if you like Valentine's Day, and if you like some grinding stuff for some items, this is there for you. But that's all I have for this video. Like I said, in the future, I'm going to be trying to post these when I can. They'll definitely be up within about 24 hours. I promise you that. But if we do get news either on a specifically like Wednesday, which we haven't had in a really long time, or like we did randomly off topic, I was expecting this on Sunday night, not today, so that was kind of weird. But I will definitely get the information out for you. It just may take a little bit of time because I'm pretty busy. Once we get out of February, things will actually be okay for me to be able to record some videos again, but for the most part, I'm going to be kind of not able to do too much. I will have a video talking about the Kirei no Kyokai event, though. That will be the exception. Other than that, that's really about it. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to go ahead and check out more news when that gets posted in the future.